Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you lucky episode 69 of Let's Play the Spiderweb software, Jeff Vogel masterpiece, Queen's Wish, the Conqueror. We're in MECIDI. We're exploring MECIDI. It's been a lot of fun. Let's continue exploring today. I think this is the blessed side, yeah. I am blessed. I don't really want to go to the blessed side yet. This is the trench town. Huh. Well, is this the trench town too? MECIDI Lightsmith. We do what we're told. In the back of the workshop, you find a small forge. An elderly woman is doing a bit of intricate work, repairing a long, thin blade. What gets your attention is that the blade isn't metal. It's one of the glowing energy blades of the Arielle. She runs her hammer along the blade in a long, careful stroke, shaping the energy. She hasn't noticed you. It is incredibly delicate work. Smith Easeball. You get closer to the smith. You watch the slow, elaborate process of shaping the crystal blades. Her concentration is intense. Sometimes... I don't even know what I selected. My finger just clicked like it wanted to. Sorry about that. They neglect us. Sometimes she mutters a little spell. Eventually she sets the repaired blade aside and reaches for another. Then she sees you. Oh, a distraction. A Haven Knight, yes? I am Smith Easeball. I tolerate visitors if they are brief. Interesting weapons you have here. She picks up a glowing blade and looks at it. Yes, when you swing it, the crystals are gone. Pure energy. Magical death. The most powerful weapons. What makes them so powerful? Pure magic. They will cut through metal armor with ease. The robes of a magician will stop the energy. Such robes on the battlefield are rare. How are they made? I think Haven would pay well for our secrets. Yes, we would. Haven tried to get our secrets before. Many times. They have always failed. They always will. I have another question. Smith Easeball hammers away at her crystal weapons. She snaps at you whenever you distract her. Occasionally she deigns to take a break and speak with you. Tell me about MECIDI. This is a town. I am left to do my work. I'm not blessed. I am trench folk. I don't care. I don't complain. The trench folk are complaining. They always want more from our leaders. Maybe they should get it. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me as long as I can work. You really don't care. If something happens that keeps me from working, I will care. Until then, this talk bores me. I would like one of your weapons. You can, with the Watcher's permission. I don't sell my own work. I am not a merchant. Go to Roessler's Hall. She will take your coins. Do you ever do custom work? At first, Easeball is going to snap at you. Then something stops her. Custom. She looks up at you. You are the Haven Knight. You travel all around Sacramentum. I do travel. You travel around the Vol, poking your nose in. You can get their rarer crystals, the ones they don't sell. Yes, if I had some of those, I could make things. I have ideas. Go on. Bring me a selection of crystals. I will need to try a lot of combinations. I might be able to make a new sort of weapon, a new type of spear. Bring me unusual crystals. We can see if you find what I need. Whoa, guys, we have those crystals. That's all for now, thanks. And honestly, I'm a little tempted to head back and get them. And show them to her. I know it's like wasting more time, but... Ooh, 8 hours. Let's go back and get the crystals. The crystals. Luminescent pyrite. Null rock. Glitterstone. Are they in my pack? No. There we go. Came back to get the crystals. MECIDI's so long, so far away. Alright, let's see what she can do with these. I have some special Vol stones. Show them. She looks them over and nods. That is a start, I think. She runs her fingers over them. Not enough. Not yet. Find more rare stones. Oh, jeez. I would like one of your weapons. What's the word? I see. I thought I was onto something there. They neglect us. Sign says Lonius. Best you stay on this side. You are not blessed. You find a rare site in the Arielle Woods organization. There's a small, tidy office here. Your trained eyes recognize all of the signs of proper political administration. The man in charge walks up to you and takes a good look. His friendly greeting is choked off in his throat. I am Lonius. I run the trench town of MECIDI. And you are the Havenite, aren't you? Oh no. Yes, I am the Havenite. I knew you would come eventually, bringing chaos in your wake. I have been dreading this moment since I heard that Haven's ships landed. What are you afraid of? Whatever you do, it will make things worse. If not soon, eventually. We finally managed to have some sort of peace with our blessed, so that we can make our lives tolerable as they wander in madness. Now you are here, and can't I convince you to just leave? I have some important business to attend to, MECIDI. Of course you do. Your soldiers are already on our border. They are not on vacation. You are the tip of the spear. I know what our fate will be. All I can do now is deal with you and hope you are merciful. He thinks. You know, we could use Haven's influence. Sometimes we have resources to hire warriors for certain tasks. So what do you do here? I run the trench town. The regular people, the trench folk of the Arielle, they come to me with their needs and problems. I help them as best I can with what few resources the blessed give me. What is a trench town? It is where the regular folk live, the ones who can't afford elixir or don't want to be made all funny by it. Of course, most who drink elixir do. You live a lot longer. What sort of problems do you have? He slumps in his chair and sighs. Our woods are full of magic. Keeps us safe. It also calls monsters, hides brigands, warps beasts, and summons mirelings. We always have to fight to keep the forest from eating us. What resources do you have to work with? We trench folk have our own warriors and weapons. Some of the blessed are still focused enough to be able to help us. Ivan is one. He is a blessed and woods mage, and he loans us warriors when we have real problems. We can keep ourselves safe from monsters. The hard part is staying safe from the blessed. And how do you deal with the blessed? They aren't focused. They keep wandering off. That is the best case. They cause the most harm when they try to help. That is why I dreaded your coming. You will only draw the attention of the blessed. Then, once you are gone, they will look at us. It sounds very difficult to be Arielle. Lonius sniffs, offended. Don't be mistaken, Havenite. The Arielle are a superior people, in a superior land. We have our little problems, but the crudest, poorest of us lives like anyone else's lord. I have another question. Lonius sits at his desk and stares up at you. He doesn't talk to you unless he has to. When you're around, he winces a lot. So the Arielle have a treaty with Haven. Yes, before I was born, we were your vassal. Then you left. I'm a little person, Havenite. I can't negotiate any treaties with you. Don't even ask. Just making conversation. Well, don't. The blessed can't even be allowed to suspect I want to deal with Haven. It's too dangerous. They are distracted and eccentric, but don't be fooled. They kill when they feel threatened. I have come with a message from Istara. Lonius closes his eyes and rubs his temples with his fingers. Yes, Istara. The madness of elixir combined with power over a trench town. The worst combination. Istara has been talking to me. I'm sure she has. She is full of ideas. She wants to change things. He shakes his head. Just when life is stable, the blessed are distracted. The trench towns are surviving. She wants to disrupt it. She wants a new order. And she is offering me power in the new regime, yes? She says that I can get power for you. She is correct. No, I have people to look out for. I am no rebel. No, no, and no. I won't disrupt my order that is still functioning. I won't risk my people. The answer is no. It is working now. It won't work forever. I admit it, every year the blessed get worse, more disconnected. When things start to fail, I will deal with it if I am still alive. I can understand your point of view. Good. Carry my message back to a star and don't discuss this with me again. I can't risk the anger of the blessed. They are dangerous. Okay, wait a minute. I made a mistake there. Oof. Oh, and I didn't even come to the smith yet. Well, at least we don't have to go back and get those rocks. Interesting weapons. What makes them so powerful? How are they made? Yes, we would. Tell me about MECIDI. Train for complaining. You don't really care. Okay. Can I convince you to rethink this? Haven can do a lot for you. I know, Haven can give me power. I don't want, and all you will ask is freedoms I truly value. No, you can fool a star, but you can't fool me. Leave me. You sometimes hire outsiders to help you. Yes, the blessed are generous enough to give me resources to hire warriors to clean up particularly nasty messes. The blessed are wealthy after all, and they are too precious to do their own fighting. And do you ever hire Havenites? Perhaps, if I thought I had something you could use. However, you don't have a fort near here. Fort Mist has not been rebuilt. If it was, we could trade. That's all for now, thanks. Okay, so we have to rebuild Fort Mist. We do what we're told. Okay, now we're in Blessed Land. Haven should help us. Please be peaceful. Huh. Mildred Bowden. Bork. The Watcher of the Arielle has a small, happy, yappy dog. She runs up and jumps on you. The Watcher mutters. Her name is Mildred Bowden. She likes pats. Pet the dog. The dog rolls onto her back and accepts belly rubs with great gratitude. Pet the dog. What does she play with? The Watcher mutters a spell. Shards of ice appear on the floor. The dog begins crunching on them. Leave. Mildred Bowden is heartbroken that you're leaving, but she forgives you. Aww. Who's the Watcher? Acefeth 10 Fingers. What building are we in? Council Hall of MECIDI. Okay, I don't want to be in the Council Hall yet. Why are you here? I want to explore other areas. Like this trading hall. I have energy weapons, Rosler. The beautiful half of MECIDI has a trading post in it, but this is where the finest goods of the Arielle are sold. Swords with blades of crystal and energy, potions and elixirs of all descriptions, silken robes. You can see why your mother wants this place in her empire so badly. The proprietor walks up to you and gives a nervous little bow. You note she doesn't have the green skin of an elixir drinker. You are the Havenite, yes? I was told you might come. I am Rosler. I trade with the honored guests. Tell me about the trading post. I would love to, but have you been to Watcher Aesfeth yet, in the main hall? I can't know what I'm allowed to sell you without word from the blessed. They can be distracted. What do we have here? Oh, the dreams. MECIDI barracks. Yes, my pretties. I detect it. Ivan, the NRT The Nurta. There's a mage of the Arielle walking around this garden. He touches the plants gently, occasionally plucks a leaf or waters a shrub. Whispers to the plants sometimes. When he does, they quiver a bit. Then his head snaps up and he sees you. Oh, a visitor. I am Ivan the Not Really Terrible at All. I welcome outsiders. He has the green skin of the blessed. It's an interesting name. Oh yes, I chose it myself. I command the defenses of MECIDI, but I need to remind people I am not strong. They shouldn't ask me to fight. Why is that? I am a plant worker. I speak to the trees and I work them for the defense of the Arielle. So don't fight me. I'm real weak in person. You're a plant... What is a plant worker? The Arielle is defended by our forests. They are infused by magic. They confuse, divide, and devour invaders. They don't do it on their own, though. Trees and bushes are notoriously lazy. Plant workers like me fill them with power and prod them to action. I'd like to learn more about plant working. Many would. I would rather die than tell you the slightest secret of our craft. In fact, if you tried to torture even the smallest trick out of me, I would just die. It is a modest, ugly bit of magic, but it keeps the Arielle safe. You enchant the forests outside. Yes, I send power into them. I send vague instructions. I keep the forests awake and moving. Of course, it is a chaotic process. Even the best plant worker loses control occasionally. And if you lose control, I am devoured, or some trench folk are. Or a horde of spiders comes out and we have to fight. Our defenses sometimes claim a few of us, but it is a small price to pay for the safety they bring. I have another question. You follow Ivan the Not Really Terrible at All. As he wanders around his shrubs, I must always listen to them. They say much about these woods if you care to listen. You don't hear anything. You also have human guards? Yes, I direct those too. I send them out to help the folk of the trench town. Keeps them from whining. What sort of whining? Bandits, spiders, mirelings, wah wah. The trench folk live in the most beautiful, cultured of lands, and they constantly complain about their little problems. Does that ever make them angry? Who cares? I have another question. Hartley sent me to talk to you. It's about the mind-warping plants. Yes, the monstrosities. They have been spreading through our lands for some time. I have been trying to find their source. I think I may have finally found it. The shrubbery tells me many secrets. Where did these horrors come from? Well, you know, when you pump enough raw magic into a giant forest, there will be some unpredictable effects. We prune those out, leaving our defenses intact. What did you learn? I have tracked the disease in our woods to one set of groves. One of our leaders, Watcher Chimera, has already headed out there. He has the blessing of the elixir, and he can track down the infection. If you found him, you could do a great favor for the Arielle. Why would I do that? I don't know. Haven helps its vassals, doesn't it? Also, I don't know, treasure? Who is Watcher Chimera? One of the 3 Watchers of MECIDI. He is new to the post, and he is more industrious than most. He is less distracted. Where is Watcher Chimera? He went northeast, tracking the spore of disease. I taught him to detect it. I don't know where the path will lead him. You will have to find him. Do you think this is the answer to the problem? I do. It is a diseased spot, and it must be burned out. It would be nice to solve this problem before the next problem inevitably appears. There is always a new problem. No important job is ever truly done. Question? Okay. That's all for now, thanks. There is a disturbance. We were told to welcome you. Okay, we went in the trading post. We can't trade yet with any country. I don't understand why. They never allow us to trade, and there's never an option to do so. Wood. Hopefully we don't get it stolen again. What's this building? Oh, just another way out. Haven should help us. These are the gardens. Where's my map? There's an old area Arielle blessed sitting at the high table surrounded by piles of maps and books and scribbled notes. He flips from book to scroll to scrap of paper in a frenzy, muttering to himself. Then you get close enough for his eyes to find you in the dim light. You, yes, the Havenite. You came. I knew you would. A happy destiny. I am Watcher Aesfeth Tenfingers of the MECIDI Council. Why are you called Aesfeth Tenfingers? He looks perplexed. Why? Because he lifts his hands and wiggles his fingers. See? 10 fingers. Ah. Yes, it seems a foolish question now, doesn't it? I am Prince Matthew of Haven. Of course, a prince, I see. And you come to MECIDI for power? For knowledge? Why are you here, Prince? Because the Arielle are vassals of Haven, we need to discuss this. I can't help with that. My goals are too lofty for grubby trade and treaties. Really, who cares about trade? Not when we are on the border of true epiphany. A great moment of learning, and you can help. I would like to know about the Arielle. The Arielle, people of the woods, the blessed, who drink the elixir and gain the wisdom and lead with glory, and the trench folk who are protected and work with honor. Altogether, we form a truly superior culture. I could get elixir, so I am blessed. Thus, I can lead. A superior culture? Don't worry. As long as you do not try to become a part of our perfect union, we will let you taste some of its benefits. We hope to inspire Haven to elevate itself. What does your leadership entail? This question perplexes him for a minute. Well, if there is a problem important enough for us to notice it, I fix it, I guess. Anyway, MECIDI has 3 watchers. I am one of them. Sometimes all councils go to High El Hovo to deal with great matters of state. Where are the other 2 watchers? He looks around. Out somewhere, I suppose, doing the deep work of the councils. They would not be on the council if they weren't doing important things. Tell me about High El Hovo. It is a beautiful garden fortress to the east. All of the high political business of the Arielle happens there. Also, all the best executions. What do the Arielle think of Haven? I don't know. There are a lot of us. Anyway, why does it matter? After your calamity, you all turned coward and fled, so we don't have to think about you. I have another question. Aesfeth Tenfingers continues his research as he speaks with you. It is a very disjointed conversation. He is constantly looking for this scroll or angrily flinging that book across the room. I am a traveler from Haven. Yes, a traveler with 3 armies and ships. And power. Yes. Why are you here in MECIDI, traveler? Oh, we need to discuss this. Okay, we need to discuss some business with Haven. That sounds like the highest political business, which means I can't discuss it. That is all decided in High El Hovo. Though, you seem like you are here for a great purpose. Maybe if you helped me, I can make you more wise. How can I convince you to help me? With wisdom, you mean? Then we must discuss the epiphany to come. You said something about an epiphany. Yes, he waves at all his books and maps. An epiphany, an understanding of the true nature of Sacramentum, the true magic in our soil. That is what I seek. I can give you a way to sense their magic. I have created a crystal eye. If you hold it, you can detect the presence of the magic of the secret masters and explore it and tell me of it. I can give you this gift, but with a warning. Might this have something to do with the calamity? What? You mean Haven's disaster? I don't know. That is just musty history. I care about now. Tell me more about what you want. I believe that all of us, the beautiful Arielle, the dull Vol, the dirty Ukat, we only pretend to have power. I seek the secret masters of Sacramentum, those whose magic infuses our land. The secret masters of Sacramentum? Yes, I have heard children's tale of the Nisei. They don't exist, of course, yet there may be some truth buried in those stories. This land has true masters. I will find them. What have you learned about these masters? They have great power, and their magic infuses our land. It is wild, mischievous magic. It emerges in strange and unpredictable ways. It is these I track in the hope of learning the secret. Might Haven have encountered these masters before? Maybe once, or many times, or never. They are mysterious. That is what makes them so secret. What warning do you have for me? The crystal eye is an Arielle artifact, and the Arielle are proud. As long as you bear the eye, they will be upset. There may be more public upset on the roads and such. I will take the eye. The Watcher reverently removes a crystal from his pouch and gives it to you. When you get close to the magic of the secret masters, it will vibrate. Then look around. Look for the chaos of raw magic. Then, if you survive, tell me what happened. Don't stay long. Okay, we have the eye. We have to go recover the fort to start trade with one of these people. Can I trade here? Is there some option? Oh wait, what was in here? Anybody? Did we go upstairs? Oh dear. Touch this and die, probably. No? Nice crystal formations. Alright, let's be gone. You are real. Yes, I am real. Custom work. And we can't do much at the trading post. Actually, let's go see if the trading post has said anything. Or if I actually have to sign a treaty with them to trade. That may be the case. Watcher Aesfeth has given me permission not to sell the best goods. Those are traded in High Hovo. I can sell some marvelous pieces, though. Let me see your wares. Okay. Fine Arielle dagger. 10% speed bonus. Arielle shard. Arielle pole shard. Yeah, these are not the best goods. I will take a scroll of mercy, though. Don't need anything. Thank you for your time, Havenite. So we have to rebuild the fort to start trade with this town. And this was whose? The alchemical place. Oh, that was the inn. This is where we start trade? The trading post? Oh. Dang. All right. Well, one of them trade with us. Maybe it was Lonius. Alright, let's check our journal and see what happened. A glorious spear. Search the vault for unique crystals. I carried a message for him, didn't I? Or did it not take? Fort Mist, right. Okay, so let's do Fort Mist and then that'll update. Alright, let's F3, see how long we've been playing. I can never tell. 29 minutes, okay. Alright, let's head... Where's Fort Mist? North. Okay, well, let's head north. People on the road may be a little more mad. You approach some of the Arielle farmers. They split their time between tending their fields and chopping back the forest that ever expands toward them. The farmers are used to dealing with unpredictable nobles. They are polite, servile, and utterly unable to provide information or useful conversation. Would this be a magical place? No. Aha, 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 aha. You are close to the ruins of Fort Mist, one of Haven's 7 outposts on Sacramentum. The fort is at a port of the north end of the Arielle Woods. It provides a place for trade and carousing, safe from the unpredictable and dangerous forest that surrounds it. Now this ruin is ready to be rebuilt and become a refuge once again. Happily, General Toru has made this possible. You see the fires of Haven soldiers on the south side of the fort. The Arielle signed a treaty giving this land to Haven. Loyal soldiers, workers, and materials have been landed here. All they need is the command to get to work. Yeah, but the problem is, we do this and the theft here is going to be like 35-40%. You approach a band of workers, some Haven and some Arielle, who are camped outside Fort Mist. They are waiting for the order to begin work. They tell you to go to the middle camp and talk to Chief Papaya. You approach this camp. There are a bunch of Haven workers sitting by the fire, nervously watching the woods that surround them. They jump at any unexpected sound, as if the forest could come crashing down on them at any moment, which you suppose it might. When you approach, a Havenite woman rises to greet you. She is agitated, but she forces herself to calm down before she engages with her prince. Welcome. Excuse me. I am Chief Papaya, sent to turn this mess into less of a mess. The general sent us out here to rebuild Fort Mist. Give the order and we will begin. How did you get here? General Toru sent us. We marched up to the Haven docks and a boat snuck us in. What will the Arielle think of us rebuilding this fort? Well, Prince, based on what we've seen, we're not sure the Arielle think at all. The regular folks stay out of our way, and the blessed, they don't know where they are half the time. I give the order. Get to work. Chief Papaya turns and starts shouting, The order is given. Move into the fort. Let's get settled in before the blessed figure out what we're doing. The soldiers and craftsfolk rise to their feet with a cheer. Then they flood into Fort Mist. Yep, goes up 20%. Okay. These Havenites are gathering their tools and weapons, readying themselves for work in Fort Mist. Well, it is right on the water, which is good. I'm going to trade. Wow, a lot of warriors here. Up, salute, for... Greetings, Prince. There's slime in here out of a bucket. Haven is back. Chief's Hall. Greetings, Prince. Even the blessed are here. All is well. But we lack the wood to do really... We're always vigilant to do much of anything. There's some wood. Hello. Greetings, Prince. We will rebuild. Okay, it's a pretty intact fort. Let's head to the council hall. Or the chief's hall. We leveled up. Wow. Edmund Delderfield. There's a small garden inside the main hall of Fort Mist, not an unusual bit of architecture in the Arielle. This small man in long robes has already done a lot to reclaim it from the weeds and neglect. He kneels. Welcome to Fort Mist, Prince. I am Edmund Delderfield, at your service. You are the sage here. I know, I am not a gardener. I actually keep our records in the battalion history. Chief Papaya lets me be here, though. Our chief doesn't care much about scrolls and orders. Where are your books? They are in Chief Papaya's office. Don't worry. I tend to them when I absolutely have to. Nothing will be neglected. What do you think of this fort? He looks around. Nice Arielle construction is truly lovely stuff. Polished, varnished wood, nicely carved, meant to last for years. I have another question. Edmund Delderfield tends to the garden as he speaks with you. He constantly works with his spade, evening out the ground for more samples of flora from the woods. Nice plants. Thank you. It is part of my research. Much of the strength and danger of the Arielle is in their enchanted forest. I'm sure you have experienced it yourself. I am taking samples and studying them, trying to understand its magic. Were you told to do this research? The sign of the true sage of Haven is that we don't need to be told. We find out what needs to be learned and we learn it. What are the Arielle Woods? A huge forest. It has been enchanted by the Arielle. Generation after generation of their plant worker wizards have directed energy into it, making it alive and full of chaos. It serves to protect the Arielle, mostly. There is good and bad. If you have a sage's nature, there is a way you might help to learn. Is anyone in control of these woods? Sort of. Their plant workers have a lot of influence over the forest. However, plants always grow unpredictable shoots that need to be pruned. With this forest, the pruning can be very dangerous. What is the good? The forest keeps their people safe. The trees confound invaders, causing them to get lost and divided. Then the monsters that are spawned here finish the enemy off. What is the bad? Such a huge work of magic is chaotic. Sometimes it turns on its masters. If the blessed were alert and competent and acted decisively to solve these assaults, it would not be a problem, but they aren't, so it is. What are you trying to learn now? There is something in their magic that changes creatures, turns a bit of mold into huge slimes or tiny spiders into vicious hunters. If I could comprehend that power, I could master it for the good of Haven. Yeah, that can't go wrong at all. Another question. You mentioned that I can help with your research. Indeed. You see, on the south coast, southeast of MECIDI, we have seen a stone circle. It is huge and far from the road, but surrounded by an unusually dense and dark forest. Who saw these stones? One of our ships sighted it while ferrying soldiers and supplies to the southeast wall. And what of it? If we could visit that circle, we might learn something about their magic or their culture. If nothing else, their forest is sure to try to kill you when you travel through it. That is sure to be educational. Dense and dark woods? Imposingly so. They are sure to provide a strong resistance as you push through them. Imagine what we could learn about the capabilities of their magic. If I ever visit the place, I'll let you know. Thank you, Prince. Princess Delia always was a strong supporter of Haven sages. I'm glad you are the same. Okay, we have to level up, but not yet. We're in good shape. Chief of Fort Mist rises to greet you. Your reception is very, very casual. Hey, heard you were coming. Glad you made it safe. Trees try to eat you? We get that a lot. Anyway, I'm Chief Papaya. How are you doing, Matthew? I'm doing good. How are you? You're not going to be all stuffy? Great. Delia said that you weren't a big one for ceremony. Anyway, we're under a roof at last. You took your time getting here, but I guess you had your problems. So, ready for my report? Take your report if I must. Chief Papaya nods. It's a necessary formality. I need it done. Then I can make a check mark on a scroll. That part is important. Anyway, Fort Mist has been rebuilt. Everything is under control. There, done. A check mark is placed on the correct scroll. Now I can do work. And your work is? Running the fort, keeping the Arielle from bothering us, keeping the woods from eating us, doing all the things that need doing that I shouldn't tell you about. I see. Hey, the Arielle are pretty weird. The blessed are mad. The regular people are downtrodden. That bothers me, and I follow my agenda and do what I can to make it better. Within the rules and my orders, of course. Probably best not to ask. I won't cause you any more trouble than needed. Tell me about yourself. Havenite born and bred. Got bored. Wanted to make things better. Went to serve in the vassal states. Developed my agenda. It helped me sometimes. Got me in trouble sometimes. I was about to be disciplined by a bunch of idiots when Princess Delia called for me. My sister chose you personally. She did. She chose all of the Haven team Arielle herself. Said she needed people who could deal both with the Arielle and with you. She wanted the very best people you could tolerate. You mentioned your agendas before. I don't like bullies. I don't like injustice. I don't like the downtrodden being downtrodden. When I'm a chief in a vassal fort, I can do little things to make things better. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. So do you fit in when you're in Haven? Why, everything is perfect in Haven. Nobody is ever unhappy, and anyone who causes trouble gets dealt with, so I'm better off out here. How has that gotten you in trouble before? I know I'm only supposed to do what is best for Haven. Instead, I do the best thing for Haven that still lets me sleep at night. It's less efficient, and sometimes my superiors hate less efficient. Seems like that would make it impossible for you to run a vassal state. You'd be surprised. Some vassal states need a light touch. We try to control them too much, they get real mad. We keep things casual, they pay their tributes and get their protection. I do better in the casual states. The AHRIEL need the casual touch. They are very, very, very proud. I have another question. Chief Papaya reclines in an old wooden chair, feet up on the desk. Until you can get a replacement out here, the atmosphere of Fort Mist is destined to be very informal. Tell me about the AHRIEL. Well, the food and music and booze are great. Architecture is pretty. It's a nice place to live, although they are really, really full of themselves. Anyway, it's more or less regular class stratified vassal. That's the common folk, trench folk, and blessed. Who are the common folk? Oh, you know, farmers, woodcutters, the people who actually make stuff and live outside the town. Poor but proud, really proud. Who are the trench folk? So each AHRIEL city has a trench town. That's where the non-blessed live. The people living there are trench folk. They aren't so poor. The trench towns are crowded and muddy, but still pretty nice for a city in the known world. They don't have any power, though. The blessed do. What do you think of the blessed? They are odd. They drink elixir. It makes them look and think different. Elixir is expensive, bitter, nasty stuff, so only the rich can drink it. The blessed rule. That means only the rich rule here, which annoys me. Have you tried elixir? I got my hands on some. It tastes foul and gives my brain a case of the funnies. I won't be going back. Do you think the blessed are fit to rule? Oh, no, 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 no. Don't get me blabbing about politics. Last time I did that, I almost got a flogging and a year in chains. You do your thing, Prince. Delia said your instincts are good. I'll let you prove her right. I have another question. How are your supplies holding out? Well, we used up most of our stuff rebuilding the fort. We have enough left over to trade for what we need. Sort of, I guess. But we need more if this fort is going to get up to full strength. Before Haven fled, we purchased land and made little colonies. We should retake those. Like Haven Farm. It was a productive little coastal town. It would be nice to have it back. Where is Haven Farm? To the northwest on the coast. It'll be hard to find. It's so close to being overgrown by these mad woods. What's the problem there? Monsters. That's what my scouts say. Mirelings, they say. I believe that. Ghosts, they also say. Not so sure there. Anyway, if all the bad things got chopped into bits, I could put the place back to work for you. Okay. Sounds good. Chest. Nice crystal formation. Door over here. Quartermaster Kroos. Excuse me. Trade a tale. Oh, it's a woman. You meet the quartermaster of Fort Mist. Oddly, she's sitting behind a bar serving drinks to exhausted and dirty soldiers. You get her immediate attention. Welcome, Prince. I am Quartermaster Kroos. This is the fort's bar, also where I trade for supplies. I do a lot of things. This looks like a bar. It is. All of Haven's servants need time to rest and recover. Those stationed in the Arielle Woods need it more than most. Is this standard Haven procedure? Maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, once you're out in the vassal states, standard procedure becomes do what you need to get the job done. Why is there such a need for a bar here? This is a difficult place to serve. The woods are terrifying. They are always looming in on you. Half the AHRIEL are mad and all of them act arrogant and superior. When it's all too much, you can come here. So I suppose I could get a drink. The ale is harsh and bitter, but you get it down. You've had worse on the many nights when you snuck out of the palace. You trade tales with the soldiers of ways that the Arielle Woods tried to devour you or lead you astray. I'm good, thanks. We'll be here if you change your mind. I want to exchange resources. Okay, we can gain Quicksilver. I will send some excess stone to you. Stone, 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 stone. That's good. Do we have to sell anything? Probably the AHRIEL robes. Yeah, we can go ahead and sell those for 20. The fine AHRIEL cowl. Yeah, go ahead and sell that for 50. Why is that so expensive? Is anybody's helmet worse? Heck no. 2 and 4. Let's see. The Radiant Helm. I don't know, +4 damage to undead seems pretty good. Nothing here. Ooh, and the lightning orb. Forgot about that. Okay. Don't need anything. Then let me know if you need a drink. I'm sure you've earned it. She returns to her labors. Wish we could trade for wood, but alas, that is not meant to be. Got some books up here. Treaty of Vassalage. Reading a book. The Arielle Woods, a tactical analysis. The enchanted forest of the Arielle Woods has an inflated reputation as a defensive barrier in both Haven and the lands of Sacramento. Fortunately, Haven is entirely capable of penetrating it. Of course, fire is a solution, lots and lots of it. However, this does great damage to both Arielle morale and its productiveness to the Empire. Haven has best dealt with this dangerous forest the way we have dealt with every other difficult vassal. Allies within the vassal itself. We can pay guides and Arielle warriors to help us. Combined with care and properly sized patrols, this is a solution. Failing that, of course, there's always fire. Empty chest. Full chest. Quicksilver. We have enough Quicksilver now, too. Alright, gonna save here, I think. And it's F3. Let's see if we can build anything. Just curious. We can build a few things. Can probably get that 7th smithy underway. Stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Hope you're enjoying the LP, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Fascinating game, and I feel like I'm going to run through and complete the whole thing eventually. So, very fun. Don't want it to come to an end yet, though. Plenty of content left. So thank you for joining me again. I do hope you enjoyed. Much love, peace, and joy to you guys. And next time, we'll go make a trading contract with Lonius. We might report to Istara. We might check out Haven Farm. So much we can do. So tune in next time. Much more to come. Until then, take care.